What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary top of the moot reaction video. Let's get it, man.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? You know, they thought it was Reggie or Charles.
Bird used to tell me, look here, man.
You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at.
And he said, I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna shoot it right in your face. And
my man basically was a challenger. He challenged those who seemed to showcase their talents as the ones that was very, the ball players that are very efficient in some type of skill set pertaining to their strength, right? So if you're a good defender, show me you're a good defender. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, and I want to see how challenging you are, just so I can show you how challenging of a player I am as well. And we're gonna push each other. We're gonna push this thing so we could, reach our fullest potential and play at our fullest potential, not holding back anything.
Look at this guy like he's nuts.
I'm gonna go shoot this jumper in your face right there in that cone, and it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open.
And that's exactly what he did.
If he tell you gonna hit a shot in a certain place, he gonna do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Being a better player each step I took, I was able to do a little more than the other guys. I had a green light, I could make plays, but I always knew early on, especially when I was a junior, senior high school, that probably the outcome of the game was gonna depend on me.
Well, yeah,
he knew early on. So that man was basically a born leader. He already knew the instincts, and he already had the mindset of a leader.
Gary Payton, a venomous trash talker. And I asked him who the most vicious trash talker he's ever encountered. He said Larry Bird.
Oh, no question.
Bird talk shit, like we talk.
Let me tell y'all something. Bird used to tell me, look here, man. I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that cone, and it's gonna be your Christmas present.
He was a smooth, quiet trash talker then.
Wrap it up and bust your head open. All that shit.
He told me, young fella, let me tell you something. I can shoot a jumper anywhere I want to. You supposed to be a great defender, right? I'm gonna make sure I tell you where I'm gonna shoot the ball at. And I was like, man, come on now, you're not gonna shoot the ball. And so he said, I'm gonna take you over in that corner right there. You see it over there by my bench, right? And I'm gonna give you something, and it's gonna be.
By the way, I know this off topic, but my man looked good. He looked healthy. You feel me?
This jumper. So he went right to that corner. And I'm up on him, I'm under him, and he said, young fella, what did I tell you I was gonna do? And he turned around, raised up, and it was all drawn. And I said, shit, I ain't gonna mess with you no more.
He was the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats, they don't be always mentioning him. He was the shit. Yeah. The shit, man. He'll give it to you any way he wanted to. Larry Bird was cold.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh, my God. Bird talked trash to everybody. I always tell the story about Larry Bird. I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I said,
He basically said, look, y'all disrespecting me about how y'all playing.
what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. But he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me.
Larry said, I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me. He said, no, I don't even want to play no more. He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts. You know?
My man basically controlled the game with humor and trash talking. Oh my goodness.
Story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his ass out.
Absolutely.
And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll.
He basically made them change up their whole game plan of the game. Whoever he was competing against, whoever was his defender, he basically told them, y'all gonna have to get a new defender because this isn't effective enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Let alone you're already losing. The opponent is already losing the game. So that's crazy. And his favorite word is disrespectful, along with his trash talking, to challenge other players to be the best they can and pushing them to their fullest potential.
Shooting the ball, every shot was going in. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes,
No.
Along with Steve Jones and Rick Barry, this is Bob Neal. Just moments before the American Airlines Sheraton long-distance shootout.
The All-Star game is in Dallas, the first three-point contest, and he just starts looking at guys, doesn't say a word, and people are getting kind of nervous. Everybody's sitting there, everybody's real quiet. You knew the guys, but you never were around them. And nobody's really saying anything, so I walk in and look around, and then he finally speaks and says, I'm just looking to see who's going to finish second.
And says, I hope. Looking to see who's going to finish second. So my man spoke when it was quiet. He spoke very few, very little. But when he spoke, it basically created the sound and created the tone of the game, boy.
You guys in here are thinking about second place because I'm winning this.
Excuse me? Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I was so bad.
When you walked in there, what were you thinking when you made that announcement to the room? Just messing with all those guys?
I know going into that, I remember in the locker room, Robert said something that there's no way in the hell I was going to win that three-point contest. So I knew right then I had to win it.
That chick's had my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing. I've been practicing, and my teammates said I wasn't going to win it, but I came back and lucked out, really.
Bird would luck out again the next year, but in 1988, it looked like his luck had finally run out.
He certainly doesn't have that normal Bird rhythm going for him. Come on, man. Seconds remaining, has only 7, has to beat 15. That's 8, make it 9.
Just imagine, though, the pressure of you. See, it's different when you just shooting up a shot, right? But when you know it's the pressure and your shot is on the line, I mean, it adds that extra intensity, like, where it'll make you tweak a little bit, tweak your shot a little bit of shooting the basketball, because the pressure might make you tense up. It might make you do a little something you wouldn't be doing when you relaxed and shooting the basketball. You feel me?
And 10.
Not with the Addy. Come on. Trying to see a legend, man, who was great under pressure, great at shooting the ball, great at making strategic, let alone crucial, vital plays and shots and shot-making opportunities that was very effective when it need to be. Right on point, right on key, right in sync with the game, and so beneficial, as legendary as he is, man. Let's continue.
At 11 as we're counting. 13.
A huge rack that time for Bird.
He's still got to drop one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money.
For the money.
Yo!
Bucket. He won three shot contest.
He knew exactly what the score was. He knew that ball was going to win the competition for him, and it's almost like he did it in dramatic fashion just to make it more fun.
He knew it when he let it go and was headed for the winner's circle. He didn't take off his top yet.
Yeah, he didn't even take off the jacket. I think he just did that for fun and create the intensity. He's talking about his luck might have ran out. Man, ain't no luck running out. It ain't even luck. This skill. This is legendary. This is embedded and encrypted into his DNA. This is Larry Bird, the greatest, bro.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building. He needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media, too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip. I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
It was at a time when, McHale was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget him. McHale yells out.
And McHale goes, hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed.
And at the end of 3 quarters, I get 27 points left-handed.
Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold all these things in his head during the game.
He created little challenges for himself, bro. Just imagine a defender is not effective enough to defend you in a game of basketball, let alone you're creating little challenges for yourself just to create the excitement and have that excitement and bring out that inner child in you just to have fun with the game of basketball, man.
He'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
Late in the afternoon by himself, dark garden. Come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hour. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull Gang set up something wrong with the rim. Otherwise that would have gone in.
That's something I would say. The rim is rigged or something. You know what I'm saying? Just messing around. But the simple fact is, my man took missing shots serious. Like, he couldn't miss none. Perfection to his greatest, to the fullest extent, I should say.
Early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench. He'd come over, he called me Scoop, said, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm saying, I'm doing an early story.
Then I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story. about your free throw streak.
You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper.
Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for 2, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over.
He's at the line. He makes the first.
He looks over and winks at me.
He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would...
Always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of the
My man
game.
just blew a kiss. Like, basically, like, oh, my goodness.
He was doing 2 things at once.
Well, you had the bird night.
I had the
in
bird night.
New
Yeah,
Orleans.
that was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
"It's off the glass. Who's next? Where you want this one from?" And he just made one after another, and he just tortured them mentally. That game, he tortured all of them.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
No way.
Yeah.
His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rainbow. It goes in. Ricky
Man, that joint like Noah's Ark. That thing say, phew.
And he knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said.
Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think.
And Eddie Johnson for celebrating.
Celebrating Bird.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was
so good.
It was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench.
Rewound or rewind, my brother? Get your words right. I know you flabbergasted, but get it together.
Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson are standing up giving each other high five.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. Even the guys on the Atlanta
high
bench.
layup, bro.
For that, I heard.
Floater, I mean.
Watch this. Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench.
My man jump shot looked like a floater, but it's just a jump shot. My man basically doing floater shots from 3-point and back.
You see Scotty Hastings put them, Watch Cliff Livingston over here. I think this is Cliff.
Bangers.
Fratello wouldn't let it go. He just kept rewinding. Showing the guys, you remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off.
He's just so shocked at the point, bro. I would be so mad at my team. Like, don't be clapping for the other guy. You can clap it in your house by yourself, but not in public, not on live television. I would have been so furious. Like, I would have been like, bro, I would have just walked over to the other team and was like, can I join the winners? You know what I'm saying?
Bench.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
The first game against Larry Bird, it was shocking. And I'm a rookie, I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. First play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3. But did this some bitch just called me Holmes?
Yep. Holmes, you heard him. That's your brother. You know what I'm saying? He just said, I'm a big bro you.
And so it's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me and I'm pointing. And he said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, I like you. He said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass.
He said, you could dunk on me, but I'm still going to show you that little dunk don't mean nothing for how much work I'm about to put on you. I'm about to make you tired. I'm about to make you defend me. I'm about to make you be very focused this whole game. And you better not give me no space because I'm going to make a point every time I come down this court, every chance I get in the game.
He got about 38, so he kind of proved his point. But I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then.
That's good sportsmanship. I had to pay my dues. You feel me? Even though they were challenging on the court. But at the end of the day, when it came to when the game was finished, and you gave it all you got, it's like in life. If you know you did everything you could do and you didn't hold nothing back, where you didn't cheat yourself or knew you could have put out more, it's nothing but you can give. But respect to yourself, respect to others.
As a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
It was funny. The first time that I played in my rookie year, I guarded Larry Bird, and it took me about 10 minutes to realize I should be probably guarding him instead of staring at him. You know? And he came down. It was funny. He came down one time, and Mark West was the center on our team. And Larry looked at me, and then he looked at Mark, and he said, Mark, I'm going to go down. I'm going to come off the screen. I'm going to catch it right there. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to shoot it in the rookie's face, and then I'm going to run down the floor. And that's exactly what he did.
My man basically told. I like how he challenged the rookies though. Like, it's like, look, welcome to the league. You feel me? But now it gives you more of awareness of how to step up your game. All right, this one I need to work on. I came in like this. Now I need to work on this to be more successful, longevity-wise, to be sustainable in the NBA, you know, the National Basketball League. Because now, you know, two birds of a feather flock together. If you end up with losers, you'll be a loser. It's who you surround yourself with. No matter what, somebody has a bigger or small influence on you, they still have an influence on you in your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's always watching, right? And I know Larry Bird knew that people was watching, let alone he didn't ask for the attention, but his work ethic, his skills, the way he was so talented and amazing, and it seemed effortless, even though he did perfect his craft and kept working on his craft and did the work behind the scenes. And he will be what a man does behind the scenes in private, he will be awarded in public, you know?
And I'm sitting there, that just happened.
But did he talk to you, or you weren't good enough?
He talked through me. He never
talked through me.
He never addressed me.
I love that.
Like, I wasn't even there.
And did Mark West going,
Mark was like, all right,
okay,
yeah,
all right.
You probably will. Good luck.
And then he did.
He did it.
Like,
there was nothing I could do about it.
He backed up whatever he said. If he tell you going to hit a shot to a certain place, or if he going to take you down to the post, turn around, hit a fadeaway J, he going to do just that, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
These guys came in together in 81. There's Kevin, there's Larry, there's Robert. Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, they knew what each other could do. And what I did was said, okay, let's see what's happening out there. And you'd see Larry shooting the three-pointer, and then I call a timeout, and they didn't count the three-pointer.
Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot, but KC called timeout.
It won't count. It does not count.
Wow, I know Larry like, really? You gonna call a timeout? Bro, is that even... I mean, I guess you could say they called a timeout before he went up with the shot. But... did he call a timeout? He had to call a timeout when he knew soon as Larry stood there that he was gonna go for the shot. Like, my man had to make an instant call, like intuition type play calling on that gameplay, because he know that Larry Bird was gonna make the shot.
Boston had called a timeout.
He like,
Larry
really?
came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
So he's very upset with that, so I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case. Hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. I'm going to kick it in. Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here. Okay. All right. Dennis, you take the ball out, give it to Kevin, then you throw it to Larry, and everybody get the hell out of the way.
They still did it anyway. Because that's good, though, because they trusted each other as teammates. Coach or not, they know each other. Like, you know, we play each other. We on this floor. I get you got the coach vision. You got the vision from the standpoint, from being on the stands. But look, we in it, you know. So I'm gonna give him the ball. He gonna make the shot, and we gonna win the game.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the three-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny Hott.
He goes down before the ball is thrown in, and he's standing right in front of the Phoenix bench, and he looks at all the guys on the bench and says,
yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a three on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this.
And he says,
he tired of this. He said, I want to end the game now and win and go home, go night-night, and send y'all night-night with this L because y'all just lost the game. My man basically doing replays on the same thing, game-making shots and game shots throughout the floor of the court. And my man just basically replaying and saying, I'm going to just do it again. You want to call a timeout on the shot? I'm going to do it again. Okay, you want to give me the challenge? I'm up for the challenge. You want to call a timeout when you know I was going to make the shot and I made the shot and it didn't count? Okay, I'm going to make sure it count. You feel me?
Watch my hand as I follow through.
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And I was supposed to cut off the high post and post up for a second and then go across and set a pick. Well, I came off the pick and I was wide open and I stood there waiting for the ball. I had a smaller guy to post up and Larry just waved me out of the way saying, "Get out of here, get out of the way."
And then he just turns around and shoots a perfect three.
As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells.
And he believed in himself, bro. Like, you know how much pressure just thinking like, yo. But this how you know you just got to believe in your craft and you can't let your voice talk you out of something that you really are capable of doing, because your mind, it's you versus you, right? It's not what people say about you. It's what you say about yourself that really matters, because then it goes into your psychoses and then you start to embrace that reality and accept it, and then that can alter your gameplay, like on the court. It can alter your life, life decisions and things that you could have done based on actually being able to follow through and pull through with your skills and talents. But then you start having that sense of ambiguity where you question it, and then you start lessening the opportunities for yourself based on you just operating out of fear. But my man Larry Bird was so much of a leader. He like, look, give me the ball, I'm gonna make this shot, man.
Told you so. He stopped running to the locker room.
As he continues on to the dressing room. Now that's what you call arrogance.
Yeah, that's true. And he said that's what you call arrogance. He sounded like a comedian. He seemed like a very understanding coach, though. And it's always amazing when you can talk about those good times coaching, and those good times being on the team. You can look back and laugh now.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
He wanted the light on him. He wanted the focus, and he wanted that ball. And if KC would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no. I'm shooting this ball, and he would.
I get a charge when I tell someone on the opposing team that I'm going to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
Tie game, 13 seconds.
Man is a man of his word.
Play, Celtics basketball.
During the timeout, I'm going through a play. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? It's Larry. If he wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding him. So he tells Xavier, he says, I'm getting the ball.
I said, I'm going to be waiting. Yeah.
He said, I know I'm going to be waiting. Bro, you just added fuel to the fire, bro. My man is about to blast off on this court and score every shot.
Get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face. 5, and Bird has the basketball. Look
2 men.
Larry Bird just
double team.
Phenomenal the way that he came out when we had about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face. Mm-hmm. And, he was like, I didn't need to leave 2 seconds on the clock. I went back to the side.
For real. He really did leave 2 seconds on the clock. That was a quick release, too. Very, very. That was a very effective release. Very on-point timing.
Damn.
Larry Bird was one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball. And a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against. So we playing him the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over that corner. And I'm going to catch it, I'm going to shoot it.
He going to dish out to that corner. He going to cut, and then he going to dish out to the corner. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm going to do this over here. That's what he said. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. But I'm going to tell y'all better pay attention over here. If y'all don't, I felt like Larry Bird was like, you know what? Y'all going to do what y'all going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, the force I'm about to bring, the challenge I'm about to bring out the best in me and bring out the best in you, if you decide to accept the challenge, but I am, even if I'm making challenges for myself, y'all might want to come over here and do what I'm saying. Y'all might want to come over here and defend this. You know what I'm saying? He basically like, look, that's up to y'all, but I'm going to make y'all feel it anyway because I'm going to be great, I'm
going to tie the game or win the game, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ?
The late, great DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you're running out here.
Just imagine in your mind as a defender how Magic Johnson could be like thinking he going in slow motion as he running and Larry talking to him. He like, This how furious Larry Bird could be to go defend that shot so he don't make the shot to score the point. But just how imagine you being furious as you run into already trying to defend to stop the play from Larry scoring, but then he's making you more furious with the trash talk, let alone it feels like in slow motion. Because you know when you get your adrenaline pumping and you just ambitious and you just feel like it's going in slow motion and you just your heart drop and you got to get there, you got to make this move, you got to make this play because this is a crucial play to make and you want to be effective and you want to be known for making that crucial play in the game of basketball. Just imagine, our adrenaline would have been pumping. I'm like, I'm going to get you, bro. You want to say, I don't know why I'm coming out here? I'm going to show you, I'm going to stop you from scoring, and that's why I'm coming out here to defend this shot that you about to put up in the corner.
Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, I'm going to wait till you get one step away from me, and I'm going to shoot it right in your face. So I got one step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer. Good.
Take the ball out, man crow right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three. Game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
Three ball.
And he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
And he was saying in such a calm way that you didn't think it was trash talking, but it's trash talking.
It is trash talking.
You're not going to tell me you're going to go over there and shoot the ball in my face.
He
That's
just
trash
smooth
talking.
with it.
But he would tell you before the play even started.
I think he just got in their mind. He know like he was so confident in him. Like, okay, if I just have a little bit of an inch, a little bit of a crack just to seep through their mind. I feel like Larry Bird was trash talking, but it was also a mindset thing to challenge the other players' mindset. And if they tend to get off their game to sit there and try to prove that Larry Bird, he ain't got to prove to nobody because he know who he is and he know his capabilities. But I feel like others were so infatuated and so focused on proving themselves to Larry Bird in regards of stopping him from making a shot, stopping him from dribbling the ball, stopping him from making that effective pass. That their mind, Ray Bird was renting free space within other basketball players' minds because how great he was.
Where he's going, he'll tell you when he catches, there's nothing you can do about it. And it was great trash talking because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. You know, I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, Scott.
You jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this.
Scott, you're a little too late. Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out of it?
You're like, bro, what are you doing, bro? My man, like, what are you thinking about right now? Like, why did you just do that?
But it was all game.
He'd say something like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, he talked the whole game, and it was, after the game and after years of thinking about it, you're like, man, that dude, why he's one of the greatest players ever played.
He was ridiculous. He came on here. Our sportscaster played the Superman theme when he was talking about him that night after the game because he did everything, points, rebounds, assists, just steals, you name it.
I mean, when you're great like that, versatility is going to speak for itself. I mean, you don't even have to say I'm great at everything. My talent, my gameplay, the way I play the game of basketball is going to show that.
Mind for the game. I had a lot of respect for him as a competitor.
That competitive nature.
Oh, yeah. Also, quick prayers for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I can't even say his name. Abdul-Jabbar. He did, I have found out the news that he actually fractured or he broke or it was something like that with his hip. So prayers out to him, to heal and be healthy and remain strong,
The work ethic, because I asked a lot of questions. Playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones.
Byron Scotties. I forgot Byron Scott coached the Lakers for a minute. I remember that.
Magic, James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why? Bird tough to defend. Why? Because you look slow as shit to me. So it's like, I'm missing something. So tell me what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
Kobe was very understanding and information seeking and humble himself to the regards of he wanted to learn so he can then be more impactful, right? Be a stronger force to his team and be just great as he is. And rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, man.
Like I was saying, growing up in Boston, people all used to always talking about that he can't jump, he can't do this, he can't do that.
And, a lot of my friends was like that, So, I got to the league. I called all my friends back up. I said, all that trash that you were talking, you need to squash all that. This man is great. Whatever you were saying, for a man who can't jump, he's demolishing everybody. He's doing it on everybody. He's doing it on the best defensive players in the league.
Yeah. I never forget driving, and I'm listening to a game. It's New Mexico State playing Indiana State.
Yeah, now Indiana State, man. When you hear Indiana State, you think of Larry Bird instantly.
Really care about the game, but New Mexico State is right up the streets from El Paso, and I went to UTEP, and we're big rivalries. So I'm hoping that Indiana State
wins,
beat New Mexico State.
Of course.
And I'm listening to the radio, and I have no clue of the players on either team. All of a sudden, this name keeps coming. Bird. He goes to the right. Bird. He makes the strike. Bird. I said, God damn, who is Bird?
Who is this Bird guy?
Bird. Here's Bird. And Bird this. And Bird. Oh, did you see the pass that Bird made? I can't see it, but I'm just trying to imagine it. When the time I got to the end, I said, damn, that brother can play.
And all he was driving and listening to the radio. He probably like, what bird is this that's flying in the sky? What bird? Who is this birdie?
I got the newspaper the next morning and saw Larry's picture. I said, damn.
Yeah, what was that all about? He said, dang. He probably was trying to put expectations on who he thought he was looking at or who he thought he was going to be looking at. And then, oh man, he funny.
Larry, it wasn't you, be honest with you. The young lady that said you were her favorite player, mine too. I love you too, Magic, but not as much as I like Bird.
People always talk about great basketball players, and they don't never mention him to be up in that round. But Larry Bird was cold. I don't think nobody.
It don't matter. I don't even think Larry Bird cared if they mention him in that run, because at the end of the day, he know what he did, and those who played with him, they definitely know what he did to them.
Could get out with him. You ask Magic. That's why Magic had a run, and he was mad when he had to retire in '92 because of what he was going to be missing with Larry Bird. And then you remember Larry Bird took 2 more years, and then he quit because he said his main guy who he wanted to play against is gone.
I'm going to tell this story. We're in LA, and I'm hurt. I got a pulled hamstring, so I'm not playing tonight. So I can't play against the Celtics. I'm killing myself. Larry's warming up. The anthem is sung and get introduced, and right before they go out on the court, Larry comes down and says, you know what? Since you're here, I'm gonna put a show on for you.
Oh goodness, I could hear Larry saying that now, bro. You know how furious Magic was? Like, I'm gonna get on the court. I would have just got on the court. I'm sorry.
You just sit back and watch, okay? Don't worry. I'm gonna put a show on for you. And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. Want to hear that? That's Celtics and the Lakers. And he went out. I think he scored 38 points, about 20 rebounds, about 15 assists. And every shot he would shoot,
he probably called
he would turn to me. Every time he hit one, he'd look at me. And I said, boy, the thing about it that
my man Magic was probably sitting on that seat like he got ants in his pants, like, this guy, really, again.
Love about you is that most guys talk trash and can't back it up. But Mr. Bird,
can back
you
it up.
know you can back your trash talking up. And last but not least, I'm gonna say this because you told me one lie. You only told me one lie in your career. Only one.
What was that?
And you only lied to the fans and all the people in the world one time. Do you know what that lie was? You don't remember, do you? Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever
be
another
Larry Bird. You can't. It's original, bro. You can't duplicate it.
Another Larry Bird. And so, this is mine, and I signed it to you, to the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever. I love you, I respect you, and I admire you.
They embrace each other, man. Man, you can't get no greater than this. Two greats, man. And they went out together. And they came in together. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Give this video a big thumbs up. And on that note, family, peace.